let us get on with the show. LazyPeon, what is happening in the game of Ashes of Creation? Is it finally good? Now, Ashes of Creation. It could be good, it could be bad. I'm going to play the fuck out of that game though. I can't wait for the toxicity. Toxic behavior. It makes the game. That's why League was so popular, you know? Like, it's because it was toxic. Call of Duty, toxic. World of Warcraft, toxic. So, like, come on. Even RuneScape, toxic. So, let's get into it.
As of making this video, Ashes of Creation has been playable for about 10 months in its Alpha 2 state, but after hitting a big development milestone recently, it's now finally playable with 24/7 uptime minus weekly maintenance, whereas before that this wasn't the case. The previous Alpha 2 Phase 1 and 2 testing periods were only open during certain days, and on top of that there were also server wipes. With Ashes being a bit of a grindy MMO, many players, including myself, have been waiting for Phase 3 as the time when they'd jump in and commit more time to the game.
That's fair.
Especially considering Intrepid are going to try and avoid server wipes during Phase 3 if possible. This is why Ashes coverage on YouTube has been fairly quiet in 2025 compared to previous years. Only the most die-hard fans and testers have stuck around during these heavy development focused months.
That is fair.
Despite the mixed sentiment and less hype fueled
I don't blame
media,
them.
Ashes of Creation has made massive progress in the 10 months since Alpha 2 began. We're talking multiple zones, new systems, new classes, dungeons, bosses, system reworks, and much, much more. In this video, I'll start by first breaking down the development progress of Ashes since the Alpha 2 release on a month-by-month basis. Then I'll give you an overview of Alpha 2 Phase 3 to help you decide if now is a good time to buy into the game. In Phase 3,
don't buy into it. Don't buy into it yet. Wait till the end.
And I often forget to mention this to people, but there's actually a 90-day money-back guarantee regardless of the amount of time you've played the Alpha 2, which isn't something you see too often.
Okay, I like that. If you've been playing a game, you don't like it, get your money back.
Then we go into 2 short beta phases, then, God willing, a full release. I've been covering Ashes for over 80 years now on YouTube, and I'm going to continue to make content about it until it's released. So subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the game, and use my Ashes referral code on screen if you want to support.
Yeah, Ashes, come on, give me something good.
Content by listening to today's sponsor.
Okay, there we go.
War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and
what does it look like
right now on PC, consoles, and even mobile devices. Take command of over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from 10 nations, spanning from the 1920s to the cutting-edge fighter jets and main battle tanks of today.
No way.
This isn't some simple point and shoot. War Thunder features one of the most advanced damage models in gaming. Every single vehicle is modeled down to its internal components like engines, crew, and fuel tanks.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
Or destroyed depending on how you fight. And when
I will never play it, but this is good.
War Thunder's X-ray view shows exactly where the shot landed, what parts were hit, and why it blew up. And here's the big news: War Thunder now has a brand new mobile version on iOS and Android. Same massive battles, same incredible visuals now in your pocket wherever you go. Whether you're into fast-paced action or full-blown
I don't want phone games.
There's a mode for you. Arcade for quick matches, realistic for balanced challenge, and simulator for the hardcore pilots and tankers out there. Plus, you can deck out your vehicles with custom camouflages, historical markings, and decorations. New and returning players on PC and consoles that haven't played in the last 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms that include multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator, Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium account.
It's a big advert, I gotta tell you. It's a big advert.
Over 95 million players worldwide and jump into the most epic PvP battles on land, sea, 95 and air. Billion. Download War Thunder today for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile.
Or join the war itself, you know. Join the actual war itself. That's what I say.
It's been a long time since I've made a proper development recap for Ashes, so let's go through the development highlights since Alpha 2 began and focus on the meaningful things that have been added to highlight what's changed in the last 10 months.
Go on.
That way, you'll get a decent idea of the speed of which Ashes is currently progressing at this stage of development. Obviously, a lot of the work is back-end tech and infrastructure, but I'm no developer, so I'll try to focus on the things that most of you will.
I assume anyone who does like coding or some sort of like tech stuff, they understand the early stages of making a game. But for me, it just looks like they just slap a picture on the screen and go kill the ball, you know? So I think it is going to be still another like 4 years for this game to come out, but
understand. November 2024 was the first full month of Alpha 2 after Phase 1 began on October 25th.
I remember this.
And outside of server stability, there wasn't any new features added for testers. The monthly dev stream, though, titled Giants and Demons, gave us a peek into future content. They showed 3-star giant monsters being fought as a group. This was to preview higher tier open world PvE challenges.
Open world.
And a 40-man raid against a GM control.
I hope I can gank the fuck out of people that are doing this though. Like, you might be starting this boss, but like, if a raid comes in and ganks it, is everyone like friendly, or can we all just kill each other?
Boss, essentially an early preview of the monster coin system. This feature isn't actually playable yet in Phase 3, but the live stream gave us a taste of how chaotic it could be.
Yeah, there's a lot of particle effects. Don't like that.
2024 is when we started to see our first big content updates added to the Alpha 2, as well as a transition into Alpha 2 Phase 2 on December 20th, moving testing from weekend windows to longer multi-day sessions. The December dev livestream showed off the new open world dungeon, Befallen Forge, which went live that same week. Free holds were introduced, purchasable at level 20 for 100 gold, alongside a new marketplace system for player trading. 2 new races, the Denier Dwarves and
I do have to say, they look good. Like, they look good here. It's like a little Assassin's Creed guy. I like this.
Added,
and everything looks neat as well.
And
like,
the Sand Squad.
It doesn't really have a lot of character to it, but maybe they can push the character later on, you know?
Desert's got 3 new nodes. The month wrapped up with combat balance tweaks, caravan changes, and bug fixes. January 2025,
this is
the
this
first
year.
full month of Phase 2, and it focused on both new content and combat tuning.
Oh, I like that
the
one,
dev
actually.
live
That's a
stream
nice
for that
one.
month showcased the brand new treasure hunt system, where
Whoa,
players could use
whoa.
The live stream for that month showcased the brand new treasure hunt.
What is this hat? What is this hat? This better only be in like grey or something, right? This pointed hat, this pointed tip hat is, I don't know, intrepid. Like, come on. This is gonna be used for a lot of things. It's gonna be used for a lot of things, you know.
System.
And he's literally the game master. He created the game, and he's got a KKK hat. Come on.
Where players could use maps to track down hidden caches for rare crafting mats and gear in the world.
Oh god.
They also showed off a preview of the new pocket dungeons in the Sand Squall Desert. On the testing side, this was also a big combat balance month, with mages being the most heavily adjusted and a focus on time to kill. A late month hotfix also cleared up node crashes, guild rank bugs, and party invite issues.
Okay, that's progression. Systems, they coming in.
Continued Phase 2's content push with the monthly dev live stream showing off a new batch of pocket dungeons in the Sand Scroll Desert.
I don't know what I mean by pocket dungeons. Is this like instance dungeons, or is this another thing?
These are smaller open world dungeons that unlock as nearby nodes advance to higher stages, adding more PvE variety without pulling players out of the seamless open world.
I don't like the looks of their icons. Like, the UI is changeable. I'm hoping they can allow some sort of like add-ons so you can change it to the way you want. But I don't like their icons. They look, I don't know, they look just a bit too much, you know, a bit too much.
In February, Apothecarium Dreadmine, Communion, the Gypsum.
None of them look cool as well. They all look like fairies and like celestial, you know.
Outpost.
That could just be him though.
And Stonehold.
I like a mount. That's a nice one.
That's a nice mount. Also expanded with a new outpost and additional commodities, whilst Intrepid carved out 2 new lawless areas in preparation for future node development. On the testing side, patches focused on polish and bug fixes, in particular addressing invisible character issues, as well as refining the caravan system so that only participants could interact with or attack them. March was a big month for core systems. The monthly dev livestream showcased the rogue archetype for the first time, giving players a look at
toxic
gameplay and class abilities. It
also they're very athletic.
Of node sieges, an introduction to the relic system, and the first preview of the naval system with harbors and caravels. In-game, the update on March 27th added the rogue to the Alpha 2 build, expanded the world into the Turquoise Sea with early naval content, and enabled.
I like some of these abilities. If you go back, obviously they're all shooting beams and stuff like that. This looks like a bard effect.
Expanded the world,
giving everyone some sort of shield. I like that. That's clean. That's simple.
Into the
You've got wands going out, a few beams going out.
With early naval content.
And I like this. This ability looks cool. This is like some sort of magic shield. This ability looks cool as shit. I'm hoping you get that with like a weapon as well. Like your melee weapon does this or something.
And enabled siege systems for testing. There were issues and bugs related to sieges initially, but most of them were hotfixed by the end of the month. The relic.
Everyone looks like they're playing DPS builds though. I'm hoping this isn't a thing where like you don't have like a tank building, because I know there were like wall effects and like building effects. So
system showcased in this live stream is actually
everyone's looking like they're healers or DPS.
Really cool in terms of design, and I've never mentioned.
There's a lot of particles going out. This is like a big scale raid, so this makes sense.
I mentioned it in my previous Ashes coverage, but basically relics are rare objects that the community must hunt down in the world, then deliver to their node for benefits.
Is that going to be... I don't know how that's going to be. Is that going to be like there's a world boss you got to kill for the relic?
Relics act as an incentive for players to declare node sieges.
Okay,
as a successful siege will allow the victors to pillage relics from the losers.
Would it be one relic per siege? Meaning multiple sieges causes multiple effects? And are they going to keep updating the relic system to make sure there's not one that's just so overpowered? Or if there is one that's so overpowered, it's extremely hard to get, you know? And is it better to siege for the relic? Like one relic per server? So like you have to siege to get that relic? Or do you just wait another 4 weeks to get a respawn, you know?
These relics are super legendary, one per realm tier, and are meant to be server-wide adventures to obtain and figure out the acquisition process.
I like this. Oh, this is going to be so fun.
Relics have different rarities.
Like, you're going to go, okay, I need to find a toxic as fuck guild. And you need to go, okay, I'm going to play the arsehole spec and the arsehole build. And I'm just going to be a dick and gang the fuck out of people. Get hated. And then you sell your services to the other guild and go, hey, I'm gonna sell my services to you for inside information for this guild. And with Discord as well, this is going to be so easy. There's going to be so much shit going on. I can't wait.
And nodes are limited with how many they can slot
I like
in.
that as well. The collapse of
I
naval.
love this design, and I think it's got a lot of potential to create epic stories.
I hope they add like sea monsters as well. Like if you're in some sort of deep ocean, deep sea monsters are like elites, like super powerful mobs. So then, like if you're just by yourself, you're gonna die. But if you're with like groups of 5. You're going to have to get out of that water pretty quick because it's going to start getting, you know, more problematic. But, hey, it is what it is.
April's dev live stream was
April 2025. Okay, that ain't that long ago.
The Turquoise Sea expansion, the first big naval-focused content drop. Intrepid showcased new...
I don't think I've ever played a naval game. No, I've never played any game that is naval... inflicted, so this is new to me. This is very new.
Harbors, lawless sea zones.
And again, these are animations. They're looking a little bit better. They're still a bit too much, but I'm hoping I can reduce some of the particle effects when I have the game. So just go into the settings, and it's just like the purple orbs, and it's just a bit of a lightning, no like other flashy smoke.
Open PvP is always active.
That was nice. I like that.
And a large batch of new pocket dungeons are spread across the Jundark zone and surrounding seas.
Okay.
These include places like Kraken's Belly, the Bloomed Moor, the Murmuring Root, Pools of Stench, and the Hollow Oracle.
I like those names.
Each tied to node progression in the region.
Huge.
On April 25th, update 0.90 went live, adding the bulk of the Turquoise Sea into Alpha 2 Phase 2.
Ooh.
This included
multiple
new nodes that could advance to Stage 3, new commodities, and lawless maritime regions.
Okay.
Importantly, lawless zones now...
I'm liking these mobs. I'm liking these mobs. I'm hoping they're not just hack and slash and it's dead. Like, I like some of these mobs.
Luck, giving players a real incentive to risk PvP whilst adventuring there. The patch also brought in environmental storytelling, bug fixes, and performance tweaks to keep the larger world stable with the expanded
That's gotta be a boss. This looks cool as shit. Again, I like the fact that they're constantly updating their bug fixes and their servers and stuff like that. This is a good start.
On the live ops side, we saw the first world merge, followed by a wipe on May 1st that reset character levels and progression, alongside with settlements, mayorships, freehold vehicles, and cargo.
I hope last time I checked, they're just going to keep the servers open, but I hope it doesn't become a thing where they're like, hey, people like re-leveling, so then they add a new realm, and then there's like 1,000 realms, you know?
The May dev livestream focused on system design and infrastructure. Intrepid gave a design talk on the summoner and its pet mechanics.
Are these the pets?
Previewed an economy revamped aimed
There's no way. These are mobs.
at keeping gold sinks and crafting loops healthy, and discussed Unreal Engine upgrades for better performance vision.
I think Unreal Engine is also the future. Like, even private servers for World of Warcraft are like, they're using Unreal Engine, and like this Unreal Engine is the future. Like, it has to be. There is no, unless someone else comes in with like a very real engine, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe it's not better, and it's just better for some whatever reason, for maybe like system reasons. But Unreal Engine, like, I understand why a lot of games are feeling very similar to each other, because they're kind of using the same engine, but it's so smooth and it looks so good for a based view. You know, it doesn't have a lot of character to it, but you can change your own thing and make a character in the game as well. So I do like it.
Anti-cheat integration. They also outlined their BI data and cheat prevention strategy, showing how backend tools are being.
This is huge. I think most games nowadays that are made from the noughties that are still going, everyone hacks and cheats, so come on.
Built to track exploits and keep progression fair.
They also have a like a multi-boxing thing. You get banned for it as well if you multi-box. So.
In-game updates through May were on the lighter side content-wise, but patches refined siege performance, caravan stability, and bug fixes across the board.
Of course,
Crafting and economy systems also saw balancing, with processing, drop tables, and node commissions tuned to feel less grindy.
Okay, I don't know what it was like before. Feeling less grindy for stuff. I don't know how it was. But I'm gonna have to look into it. I just think there should be a bit of a grind for professions and progressions of those professions. So like, maybe it's a bad thing that they've done it, but it depends how grindy it was before, you know. So
laying the groundwork for a larger economic refactor that arrived in June.
Okay. June 2025. This ain't too long ago.
June was all about laying the foundation for Phase 3. The monthly dev livestream gave players their first deep dive into the anvils.
Oh, I like this zone. Looks sick. This is giving me Mulgore vibes. This is insane.
A new mountainous starting zone and a
ancestral homeland of the
Dungeon Kill Dwarves.
Oh, please be like Lord of the Rings. Please be like Lord of the Rings. This looks cool as shit. Please.
This region will act as a second
cool as fuck.
divine gateway alongside the Riverlands, with distinct starting paths for the Dunir and Nikua races. The stream also revealed
customization in this game as well is on point, so like
major economic and stat overhauls, plus the new crate system tied to node construction, commodities, and trade. Node progression was streamlined by cutting the old city stage, so the path is now village into town, then metropolis. In-game updates focused on new world events like the Warbler Warding and Beneath the Crimson Standard, alongside polish across sieges, UI, and visuals.
Yes, okay, I like this.
July was the ramp-up month for Phase 3. All Alpha 2 testers were invited onto the PTR under NDA to stress test new systems, with frequent wipes and focused sessions.
This is fair. They're testing everything, and I like the fact that they're testing everything. They want people to log onto the game and just play.
The livestream in July gave us the first in-game look at the updated Pyre, Nikua, and Dunir models, and also the first showcase of the new town stage after node progression was streamlined.
That's good.
Dynamic lawless zones were unveiled too, rotating across the map with bonus XP, loot, and relic opportunities during active.
They have the RuneScape Wildy, right? Wildy. What was it called? It's called Wildy, right? Yeah. They have that, so it'll be like a lawless zone. It's Wildy. It is Wildy. Wildy? What? It would be Wildy. What's it called? I can't remember. The Lawless Zone. That's what it is. You just go in your gang. I like this. Now, is there like a level barrier? So when you're in the zone, you die and that's it? And you just get ganks because you're not high enough level? Or is it more like a Look, if he's level 60, he still can't attack you because you're level 10. Do you know what I mean? Or do you just not go because you're level 10? It's like an end game type thing. I don't know. This is great. Well, it says XP. This is great. I like this.
Phases. The economic overhaul and crate system got further detail, with players physically carrying construction, commodity, and relic crates for settlement growth and trade. Guild progression saw its first rebalance with a point-based system replacing skill trees and weekly tasks outlined for Phase 3. PvP flagging and corruption rules were also refined to reduce accidental flagging and make...
So the corruption's what? The PvP system, right? I don't care if it's accidental. I actually don't care. It sucks if you lose a lot of shit by getting flagged. But if it's like a reputation type shit where you just get a bit worse, and it's accidental, and someone can like I don't know, not glitch it, but just like force you to get flagged. That kind of sucks. But yeah, okay.
Griefing harder.
Grief is a grief, who cares, you know?
August 2025, this was a huge month for Ashes, with Phase 3 going live on August 26th.
Huge.
With a fresh wipe and 24/7 uptime outside of maintenance.
Oh.
Phase 3 has 2 realms, Shoal for NA and Lotharia for EU.
Okay.
And Intrepid have also renamed nodes to settlements.
I like nodes better, but fair enough.
Definitely more approachable, but as someone who's been calling them nodes for the past 8 years,
that's what I
it's
heard.
going to take a while to get used to. Phase 3 also upped the maximum settlement progression from village to town stage. Character creation now gives you the choice to either start in the Riverlands or the Anvils, although with the Anvils being more new, it's still more bare bones than the Riverlands content-wise. 2 new playable races arrived alongside a big economy and stats rebalance, with the new crate system tying everything together. Launch-wise, Phase 3 was the smoothest yet, with queues climbing past 1,000 at peak and 5 DDoS attacks mitigated, though some Lumen lighting bugs do remain. The August dev livestream also gave us a walk and talk in-game look at the new Anvil's starting area, and dev livestream also gave us a
look at this.
Walk and talk in-game look at the
I just noticed. Look at that. Oh, that's so Lord of the Rings, man. I fucking love this. Oh, Jesus Christ. I fucking love this. This is amazing. The actual... Oh, it looks great. I actually... Oh, this is what a dwarven area should look like, you know? I don't even care if it's like, oh, this is like bad dwarves. You know, this is good. This is good. Like, this looks clean.
Starting area, and looked ahead to November's big update titled Harbingers Engines of Chaos. Looked ahead to November's big update titled
Avatar schedule, take down Phase 3, launch at August 2026. Sorry, yeah. So August 26, 2025. Harbinger update milestone on September the 2nd. Hey, that's my birthday. That's my birthday. Huge. My birthday was written in this. Chat, clip it. Clip it. Updates on Tuesday at 10 AM until done. Downtime will vary depending on the work required. Aiming to obviously do this as fast as possible without compromising the stability or quality of the service. That is fair. Deliver Harbinger updating milestone to market on November 18th. Blah blah blah. PTR schedule. Okay, PTR. Core vision, PvE plus PvP objectives, value matters, replayability and varied. That's the system. Ships, new ships, oceans, freshwater fishing. Okay, that's weird, but fair enough. Additional content, Renkai, whatever you say, mules, summoner, world bosses, economy features. General polish is zones, lighting, and performance. Okay.
Chaos.
They've added more than Blizzard has added in the last 4 years in an alpha. Just remind us.
Which will introduce corruption zones that spread dynamically across the world.
Huge.
Along with extras like open sea fishing, the Renkai race, the summoner archetype, new world bosses, mules, and more. So to summarise, so far in the past 10 months that Ashes of Creation has been in Alpha 2, from Phase 1 to Phase 3, they've added the following to the game. 21 new settlement locations, currently totaling at 26 so far in Phase 3.
Huge.
The world is roughly 2.5 times larger.
And that zone looked huge. That zone looked like this could be a problem. But last time I played like Albion, which is like, it felt like infinite. You know what I mean? Like you could just go forever. And this could give that vibe, meaning you would have like two massive, like, I don't know, like metropolis areas on the other side of the world, and they just expand and they just meet in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Like this could be huge, or they could be so far away that you don't even know they exist, but you just hear of them and you're like, nah, fuck that guild. That guild's a piece of shit. Fuck that guild. Just kill the guild. You know what I mean?
Expanded the node cap from village to town. 2 new zones, the Jundark and the Anvils.
Yep.
11 pocket dungeons.
Again, I don't know what pocket dungeons are. I don't know if they're instances or they're just like mini areas with like elites. Do you know what I mean?
1 open world dungeon. The rogue class. 4.
The rogues can die, unless they're like Assassin's Creed. I don't want to know. But they looked very cool. But they might just be OP as shit. Do you know what I mean?
4 new playable races.
Yep.
Freeholds introduced.
World housing. I'm assuming it's just player housing, but okay, fair enough.
Marketplaces introduced. Treasure hunt system added. An entire naval system was added, which included harbors, ships, caravels, and turquoise sea sailing.
Are they going to be islands? Is there going to be like actual islands? So you have to swim across like like England to France, like it's going to be a good distance, right? It's going to have some distance away from each other. If you swim a lot, but you get a boat, you can start canoeing your way over,
Node relics were added. Lawless PvP zones were added.
This is going to be so fun. It's like Strankathor Vale all over again.
Added. Node sieges were added. New world events. A major...
Are they going to do like seasonal world events, like Christmas and that?
Economic rework plus the crate system. Guild progression was added. The character creator received some big improvements. The gathering system was reworked. A new weapon type, the dual daggers, were added.
Wait, they only had one-handed daggers? What? Or is this like a blade at the front, blade at the back, like a war glaive? Or is it like what's that guy with the Star Wars with the fucking 2 lightsabers with, you know what I mean?
I don't know. As new items, enemy types, bosses, and gear sets. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff that they've added. And as much as people oftentimes meme that this game will never release,
you know what? It's already got more than Blizzard has ever done. It's already got more than Blizzard. It doesn't have to release. This is it. Chat. This is the game. This is the game. It has released already. Like it's got everything you need. It just doesn't have the player base yet. It's done.
I think that's insane progress for 10 months of Alpha 2.
It's done. What are we waiting for?
That brings us to the big question. Is now the time to buy into Ashes of Creation if you're on the fence and waiting for the right time?
To be honest, wait 2 months. Okay, I was just about to say I would. I'm just, is the hype going to be there, Like, what am I paying into now? Because if I was paying into it, let's say a year ago, I would be going through all this, experiencing all these changes, being like pre-entry of the game. You know what I mean? Like, it's all right. You're kind of like, hey guys, we got something new today. Hey guys, we got something new today. You know what I mean? But on the other side, if I'm playing this game, in 2 months, let's say I pay into it, and then nothing changes for the next like year and a half, they've just scammed me,
Honestly, it depends on your motivation. If your goal is to get in early, learn as much as you can about all of the systems, figure out which class you want to play at launch, and just be in a position where you've got a good understanding of the game before full release, then I'd say yes. As a content creator and someone that intends to play hardcore at launch, this is my motivation. However, for me personally, I actually think the best time to jump into Alpha 2 Phase 3 will be November 18th for the Harbingers update, as this brings some massive fundamental improvements to the game's progression.
Alright. I might look into this. Chat, I might look into this. I might actually, it's ready. I think I'm ready for this. I think it's my time, you know?
With zone-wide dynamic PvE events. By then, the anvils should also be more fleshed out, questing should be improved, and dynamic gridding should be fully functional at all times. If you're wanting to jump into Ashes now with a group of friends or a guild, I'd also say now is probably a good time.
Someone send this to my guildies. Core, where are you? Huh? Where are you? Get into this. Right, get into this. We'll two-man it. We'll annoy the GMs. We'll get banned. It'll be fine. We got banned from every other game. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
There's a decent amount of content and systems online for guilds and groups to have fun with. As a guild, you could also start forming alliances, trying out the PvP, getting deep into the settlement systems, and so on. If you're someone that wants to go into Ashes solo and treat it like a fully released game, I think you might not have the best time depending on your expectations.
Okay.
The solo leveling and new player experience still needs a lot of work early on.
That's fine though. Like, who cares? Like, is the new player experience for me, or is it for new players for the game? Like, is it a new player experience for MMO players, or is it a new player experience for non-MMO players? What is the difference? Well, one of them is me, right? I've already played MMOs before. I've already played games before. I already know what I'm doing. I click A and it hits, well, not A, but I click 1, whatever the keybind is, and it does Fireball. And I know Fireball does fire damage, and that might have some sort of effect. Like, it may be a dot, or, you know, it might do explosive damage. I don't know. And that fire damage might be good on, you know, specific types of mobs, but, you know, not fire mobs, for example. And then I use my 2 ability, and it is a wand ability. So it just wands a bit. I don't know what it is, and I move around. I know how to use WASD. I understand that. On the flip side, if I'm new to playing games, or I'm new to playing MMOs, more precisely, because I assume that's what they're going for, then yes, you're going to need to have a, this is what you need to do. But you could just have, like, pop-ups, right? You could just have, are you new to MMOs? Yes or no. Are you sure? Yes or no. Blah, blah, blah. And then you can just go through it. And one of them is just tallies. One of them is a proper walkthrough. And then you'll be fine. But even then, if you're trash at the game, you're trash at the game. Are you going to learn? Maybe when a guy makes a YouTube video about why the Fireball spec is better than the Frostball spec. You know what I mean?
If you choose the Anvil starting area right now, you're going to have a less fleshed out experience than if you chose the Riverlands.
I'm choosing the Anvil. Well, we're all going to Wolves, right? The Wolves are, like, who wants to play crappy humans? No one. No one wants to do it. The Wolves live in caves with a massive, like, mountain buildings and, like, I don't know. It's just some cool shit, you know?
And questing still needs some improvement.
That's
For
fair.
solo players, I definitely recommend waiting until November 18th, as progression will feel better and the world will feel more dynamic.
Okay.
Honestly though, there's no rush to jump in right now, and I've just seen so many people, content creators and ex-diehard fans, completely burn themselves out already since Alpha 2 began, simply by trying to play this unfinished game as a full-time MMO. When you're playing
that's
an
dumb.
unfinished
That's
game
dumb.
every
Don't
day,
do that. Don't do that.
development feels infinitely slower than someone who's watching casually from the sidelines. You feel every minor delay, every wipe, every bug so much more that your perception on the reality of the game's development speed becomes warped. That doesn't mean you should.
If you're an arsehole, don't play the game yet. Just like, the game's buggy. You're an alpha. The game's not finished. You're an alpha. Everything's unbalanced. You're an alpha. There's not enough raids. You're an alpha. There's not enough dungeons. You're an alpha. Where are the metropolis and the big towns? You're an alpha. You're a dick. You're a dick. Don't be a dick.
Play it or buy into it. Just know what you're signing yourself up for.
Again, it depends how much it costs. If I'm paying like $4,000 to play an alpha game, you can eat a dick. You know what I mean? Like.
But to conclude, yeah, if you're going to buy into it before full release, now is probably a decent time to do it.
Yeah, it looks better than what it was.
November 18th is probably a better time. Also, by playtesting the PTR and hunting for bugs, you could potentially earn cosmetics for the full release. So
that's it, right? That's the fishy stuff. You're giving people cosmetics to be a playtest for you. I know what you're doing. It's a bit we know. Do you know what I mean? We know.
Aside from that, just to give a brief overview for Phase 3,
Yeah.
this is the big testing phase, the one that's going to run the longest with 24/7 uptime, and it's expected to last at least a year, maybe longer depending on how things go. The goal by the end of it is to have the game be feature complete, not content complete, that will come at full launch, but feature complete in the sense that all of the major systems Intrepid have been talking about for years will actually be in the game and working together. So over the course of Phase 3, you can expect a steady rollout of the following. The Summoner archetype, the class augment system, which lets you pick a secondary archetype to determine your overall class. The full set of housing options, including instanced apartments, static in-node housing, as well as fully functional freeholds, and settlement progression all the way up to Metropolis, each with unique layouts and themes depending on racial influence.
That's it. Having these things, again, I don't know how it's going to work out, but like these themes, racial themes, you're going to have a proper fortress. The fuck was that? Anyway, you're going to have a proper fortress. I like this.
Fully functional dynamic gridding should also allow for truly massive open world battles without the servers melting. We'll get dynamically spreading corruption zones, which is actually the very next big update. Further naval expansion with bigger ships and proper progression, new weapon types, animal husbandry so you can start breeding mounts, and of course more biomes, nodes, and an ever-expanding world size. I probably missed a few things, but you get the point. Over the next year or so, the full foundation that Ashes of Creation will build its content upon should finally be in place. But that's it for this video. I hope I got you all caught up to date with the development of Ashes in 2025, as well as help you decide if you want to jump into Phase 3 or not. If you got any value out of this vid, then please do give it a like, as I put a lot of effort into making it. Shout out to War Thunder again for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to check out War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or on mobile, and use my links in the pinned comment or video description to register. Those of you that are new or haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and console, including multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency, and more. And also use my referral code if you want to support the ongoing Ashes coverage. I'm likely going to follow up this video with another one talking about my first impressions of Phase 3 after I've had a bit longer to play it, so keep an eye out for that. Social media on screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you very much, LazyPeon. You have sold the game to me. You have already... The game's already done, right? What is it? November? Was it? Where was it? Where was it? November? Alpha 2, Alpha 2. When does it release? Did he say? No, I think it was November, right? November 18th. No, November 18th.
This is brilliant, but I like this.